Hello Internet, Hugh here with another Burn and Learn, and it is Saturday, which is the last day on Earth that I really want to do exercise. Let's face it, there's no day on Earth that I really want to do exercise, but I've been guilted into it. My son was like swimming all morning, and now he's off skiing with Jane, and I didn't go because I didn't want to, but because I had some stuff to do here, which I will tell you about in a moment. But I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who my son is. How did I raise like a sporty jock type? It's wrong. I'm gravely disappointed in my son. No, I'm absolutely thrilled. He's extraordinary. He's got medals. He wins things. I don't know. Like his world is strange to me, but good for him. And I should say that this is a Burn and Learn, and a Burn and Learn is my bid to stay alive and fit long enough to raise my amazing son, and also to enjoy the twilight years with my brilliant, beautiful wife Jane. I hate exercise. It's boring, so I like to learn something while I'm doing it. Then I like to share what I've learned with you in the sweatiest way possible. So that's what I'm doing, standing in the basement on a Saturday afternoon talking to you. Good workout today, by the way, like 50 minutes. I got really sucked into the book, and but before I do that, I will tell you what I've been working on. So I stayed behind because it's my last Tech Terrors Tuesday. Well, that's easy to say. It's technically my last Tech Terrors Tuesday. So I wanted to throw them kind of a robo-disco, and that involves getting robots to all dance together. And in order to do that, you have to put them all on the same network and then have them all respond to one series of commands, all respond the same way. I've got them doing that. Thanks. This easy robot stuff is just fantastic. I mean, it's designed for idiots like me to make robots do cool things, and that's what it's doing. It's just, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm already like, ooh, wait a second, I saw this really cool snake robot. I wonder if we could do that with servos, and just gets your mind, gets you dreaming and building, and it's fantastic. So the hope is to get these robots dancing. I thought maybe they could do some races. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But just want to really sort of get them excited about this stuff because then we're finished. No, I'm actually hoping to do some more after March break, and I'm sure there's some kids who are going to want to come by. They've already mentioned coming by possibly to do some more work on stuff. So, and I want to expand this. I'm thinking go full-time with this. Tech Terrors all the time. I wondered about just getting like why don't I do a makerspace and put a bunch of cameras in and I'll just stream stuff and video stuff and get kids in and give them some catalysts for learning and then let them run with it. Because God, those kids this week were just amazing with their little Nespresso pod plants and stuff. You should check out that video. It's just, oh God, I'm so excited by it. So I started thinking, oh, wait a second. You could do like the Stargate commentaries could help fund like a makerspace that I could film from, and there's some thoughts percolating through this little sweaty brain of mine. And God, those glasses are so foggy and dirty. Yes, Burn and Learn, I should probably talk about that. I have dived back into surveillance capitalism. I did not want to. I gotta say, I was thinking I just want to watch something dumb, like a dumb movie or something, have some fun. But then I went, no, David, you mustn't. You must learn, because this is a Burn and Learn, and you will be held accountable if you don't. So I did. And plus, the movie we're watching tonight is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm kind of excited about that, and you really can't beat that. It won an Oscar, for God's sake. Oh, speaking of Oscars, I watched, instead of watching the Oscars, I watched Overwatch competitions with my son. And a lot of people were like, why would you, you're in the business, why would you not, what are you doing? I was saying that how people find it so weird that you would like to spectate video games. But the reality is that I go, it's weird to me that you like to spectate sports. You know, what, like hockey, baseball, basketball, that kind of stuff. It wasn't designed to be spectated. It was designed to be played. These games, these video games were designed from the ground up to be spectated. They were designed to give you every angle on the action and how things are working and really be in the mindset of the people who are playing and the teams and the strategies. It's really great to watch. I would argue better than sports. Plus, I love Toronto Defiant because they're Toronto, they're defiant. They haven't won yet, but they're doing very well. And Bradlett is totally into it. It's great bonding time for us. He gives me all sorts of scoops on how the things work and talks about what's been nerfed and what hasn't. Nerfed apparently means things have been taken away from them so they don't work as well. So just lots of kind of cool things, keeps me sort of involved, and we chat, and I guess it's how most families would do the same thing over a game of football. We do it over Overwatch. I love it. I recommend it to everybody. So there you go. I'm sure there's other games too, like apparently Fortnite's very good for it as well. But honestly, Overwatch is the one that I enjoy watching the most with Bratlet because there's fewer players, and as I say, you're really in there. Like you can almost see them making the decisions, and you got cameras on them, so everything. So so that was about Overwatch, which is completely off topic. But let me talk about the learn part of my burn and learn. So robots. First off. I have just spent the day working on a Robo Disco for my Tech Terrors because it is the last Tech Terrors Tuesday, this Tuesday, and I wanted to do a Robo Disco. I wanted to sort of get them excited about robots and then take them all away. No, I'm hoping to do some more after March break, but technically this is the last Tech Terrors Tuesday, and I just wanted them to have some fun. So I thought we'd get the robots dancing. In order to do that, you have to put them all on the same network. Then you have to have them all respond to one set of commands. Which is surprisingly not complicated, given how complicated it really is. And I've got to credit these Easy Robot guys. They've come up with a system that just really allows you to just go with your imagination rather than go with what you know. I mean, this was a little fiddly, but still, I was really impressed. And I just, God, your imagination gets going. You start going, what else could you make? I saw this robot with a laser. Maybe I can make like a snake robot or so many things. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on. A little alarming. There were 4 robots. There's now 3 of them. I'm not sure where the third one's gone. I have a feeling I must have walked off with it at some point to do something with it, but I have no idea where I put it, or it's become sentient and walked off on its own. So if you see it at the top of the stairs or something, then please scream, and it will be the last time you see me. The learn part of the burn and learn continued with the surveillance capitalism, which I'm sorry I'm taking forever to read this book, but I only ever read it on the torture device, and I'm gonna have to bring it to bed with me as well because it's just, God, it's so cool. Today she was talking about emotion tracking, emotion data, how the idea that this emotional AI is going to take over. The idea that cameras, and I started thinking, what about high-speed cameras, can track everything on your face and see your instantaneous, like nanosecond responses to things. So basically, it would know your response better than you do. She started talking about what do you do when this data becomes so rich and deep and that it can know you better than you know yourself. I mean, which sounds silly, but you know, we are a product of so many different things that when compared with a massive amount of data that tracks the faces and sees how you respond to things, it will become possible. Like, it will become possible to know exactly what you're thinking, whether you're lying, whether you're not lying, whether you're a nice person, a bad person, whether you should be sold something now or in 5 minutes time, whether you're in a high on a ups and downs thing, whether you're in a low and need to be given soothing music or something. I mean, it can be both used for you, it can also be used very much against you. I thought it was interesting that the technology was originally developed to work with kids on the autism spectrum, to help them regulate emotions and to sort of learn about how to sort of engage with the rest of society. This technology is now being taken and torn from its sort of its ideological roots and then become a part of the surveillance capitalism thing. I started thinking, well, what could you do? Like, how would you work that in the entertainment industry? You could have, you could look at actors and then gauge people's responses to it. Their instant, unfiltered response to an actor or an actress. With enough sort of information, enough people to pull that information from, you would know who's a star and who isn't, who's going to make your movie, who's not going to make your movie, what's attractive, what's not attractive to people, and specifically design your stars to the show that you're making, which makes me think, why not design your stars to the show you're making? Why not create a computer model of the perfect man or the perfect perfect woman, or who knows, maybe it's a hybrid of the two for people. Maybe there are different attractive features or whatever that you can sort of amalgamate into one person and then sell them as a movie star. So obviously this book just gets you thinking, gets you running with ideas that is just extraordinary. I find her very doom and gloom. I find her a bit melodramatic and very paranoid. Probably understandably, because she probably knows more than I do. But I still find this stuff exciting. I do worry about the fact that this is all used to sell you stuff. I worry that it is all about getting people's attention, when perhaps it would be better to to help. I mean, the idea that this technology was originally designed as a medical thing is kind of neat and just so far from where it started. But so there you have it. I should go hunt down that last remaining robot, and then until we geek again, sweaty or not, here I come, Spider-Man.